everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make a bow, and I had to play around with this sort of version that I've got here, which I already have the tutorial for, which is the anchor bow. And last night I was playing around with the edges of the tails. As you can see, I've done a more like rounded alternative style, and I thought that that was really cute, and I did this on my templates instead of freehand like my tutorial. So I thought to myself, oh, I'll have a play, and I worked out how to do this version, which is the tails at the back, and this is like a flowing peekaboo. Obviously you've got your print on the top, and then you've got two colours underneath peeking below, and like I said, I've done the alternative colours on the tails as well, and like I said, I've edged them differently as well. So I thought to myself, I'll show you how to make this one as well. This one's in 2-inch ribbon, but I had a player, and on the 6-inch template you can do a 3-inch ribbon version, and again, it's very pretty, and it's just a little twist on a bow that I already knew how to do. So I have my pieces of ribbon, and I'll put all of the measurements and everything in the description below if you don't catch it as I'm talking. Well, like I said, this is the 2-inch ribbon version, and it is, sorry, bear with me 1 second. You want 3 pieces of 11 inches for the main bow, which is this top part, and you want 2 times 7 inches for the tails and 2 times 6 inches for the tails. So like I said, this is a 3 pieces of 11, and we're going to be using a 5-inch template. And then obviously I've got one longer tail and one shorter tail with my print on this side, and on this one I've done the opposite. I've done a longer print tail and the shorter solid coloured. So like I said, you can play around with them. Now with these, all you do is the long one bottom, short one on top, hold that together, do the same this side, place those directly over each other so you've got that little square there, and then we're going to just take some pins on either side for all 4 layers. Just hold these in place. Line the edges up a little better. That's more like it. Pop that in there. Just change that so that's down on that side. And then what I also do is you can fold them in half like so. I'm just going to heat crease that line. And the other thing is check if your tails are the same length, and if you need to, you can sort of cut them down at that point. Okay, but we don't need to. We can also fold this way, and again, just like crease that line in a little bit. We can put that out of the way. So now we decide which colour we want to do first. So I think I'm going to do the bluer that matches the wings in the middle, just to give it a little bit of a pop in the middle. So what you want to do is you want to take the colour that you want at the bottom first. We've got the crease to work out where the centre is, and wrap that round your template like so at the bottom. And then I'll just take a couple of these clips that I've got, and I'll put that like that. And then you want to take your next one. I want to do the clips. They're roughly 1 centimetre. So like I said, that's the perfect distance to go up on these levels. So like I said, I use them as a guide. Wrap that level around. like so. And again, put your clips like so. And then take your last one, whatever colour, like I said, whether or not you're doing solids or prints, etc. Use those clips so you know it's 1 centimetre different. You can get your ruler out as well if you prefer. Just going to centralise them a little bit more. That's better. Like I said, always check before you start putting your stitches in, because you don't want them to be going around uncentered bits or like uneven wraps, because it just sort of shifts the bow centres and we don't want that. Like I said, that one's gone up a little bit too high, so adjust it so it all lines up. And like I said, last one. There we go, that is much better. Right, so, let's see. There we go, that's better, all centred so when we put stitches in. And the other thing is all these layers, these ones, all the ribbon is in alignment, so I'll be stitching through the correct amount of layers on the back here. Okay, so there we go. Now the last step on this one is, obviously we've just got this we did earlier, and what you want to do is, this is the back of the bow. You want to take it so the long ones are facing down. You want to place it so that's in the centre of your corner, so right at the tip here. And when I'm taking a couple of clips, I'm going to do one either side here, and I am also going to clip them to the template here. Now it might seem excessive, but it is purely so the ribbon layers don't slip and jump and move and sort of cause issues, because we don't want them to sort of move around and like ruin the shape of the bow. And we're going to do a 6 count for this one, which is going to be 3 creases. You can do 8 and 4, it's up to you, but like I said, this is what I'm going to do. I won't count, but from above always. Make sure you're going through all your layers, including that back piece. keep your stitches even. And on your last one, you should be coming back up through that point, back to the front of the bow. Like so. There we go. So just going to cut that extra thread off. Don't want to see that in our bows as we're making them. So there you go. And then you can take all your clips off. And slide it off your template. And then let's put the pins out of the way so I don't stab myself. Give it a cinch. Now you will need a bit of pressure because, as you can see, we've got quite a few layers in there and it does add a bit of bulk, so get them nice and even and wrap that centre. Good couple of times, as tight as you can get it, and then stitch off and back however you personally prefer. There we go. Get rid of that bit. And this is what the front of your, sorry, curled off my hand there. So this is what the front of the bow looks like currently before we add our tails. And this is what the back looks like. Like I said, it's super ineffective. Like I said, it's just a little bit different. And what we're going to do now is, like I said, firstly I'm just making sure the tails still match up in length. And I'm going to freehand this and I'll show you how to match the other side. But little trick, if you're prone to cutting through layers when you're doing things like this, take your clip, because I used to do this all the time, pin that layer up out of the way while you're cutting this bottom layer. So cut up at an angle, and then I do a little bit of a curve, as you can see, and then angle it again, and do a smaller curve up to the edge. Don't heat seal it yet because we might adjust it. Again, take this side, clip that up like that out of the way. And a trick I've learnt to get your tails the same both sides if you're doing something fancier freehand is take what you've just done this side, flip it over. So obviously we cut that side, so flip it over like that. And then you can use it as like a template so that you've got the same angle and the same shape, and then if you need to you can just trim both sides down a little bit once you've got the original sort of guiding. There you go, look. That's pretty almost identical, as you can see. If you're happy with it, at this point you can heat seal it. If you think it needs a little bit more work, you can sort of trim it down a little bit and do whatever you think you need to do. Okay, and then we take down our next layer. And we start from the corner as well, from this corner. And again, angle upwards, go quite deep, turn to get your first little bit of a curve, and then turn and curve up again. Obviously that one's not quite as good as the first one, so I'm just gonna adjust that one a little bit. But we can still use that original guide on this one. And again, if you're worried about accidentally cutting that tail, pin that upwards so you can concentrate on that one. Can anyone tell yet that I'm naturally clumsy and have lots of tips to avoid messing up your ribbon? There you go, so pin it the opposite way. There we go. And looking at that, that side's actually pretty good match for that one. So heat seal your curves, stay in that blue clear bit of the, there we go. Let me just see if I've got any. Yeah, got some matching 9mm, so we shall just add the bobble to this one. I'll just get a blue one out. Oh, I've got a mint one. Like to, if I'm going to put a bobble on, I like it to match the some of the colour of the ribbon. So we'll just move the tails out of the way again. We want a touch of glue just on the back there. You'll have to excuse me because I forgot to turn the glue gun on, but I'll show you a trick. If your glue gun ever breaks and you've got like one bow to finish, okay, this is a trick. Take your glue stick and your lighter. Be careful you don't do it over any bows in case it melts too quickly depending on your glue variety. But heat up your glue stick a little bit. There you go. Can place my bobble on. My ribbon centre. And wrap round nicely, nice and tight, at least twice. 1, 2. Keep them wrapped around so you can't see the layer beneath either. Get rid of that bit. Heat seal that, and again, you can take the glue stick again, keep it out of the way of your bow. Heat that little end up, dab it on there, and there you go. And like I said, if you've got a craft emergency and your glue gun's not working, or you know when a glue gun, or like I said, you're waiting for a delivery if your old one's gone, that is a little trick just to finish the odd bow. I wouldn't advise it for every bow, but like I said, if it's an emergency, like I said, it's a great little time saver trick, because I forgot to turn my glue gun on there, and like I said, it wasn't ready. So there you go. There is the super cute anchor twist bow. Like I said, super pretty, a little bit different. Like I said, it's sort of a flowy peak bow with tails. This is the 2-inch version, and that is in length from top to the end of the tail is 6.5, and across it's 5 inches. The 3-inch version is 6 across and 8 from widest to the end of the tail. You can do it in 1.5 and 1 inch ribbon. I'll put the measurements below, and like I said, it's also got its sister anchor bow that inspired this tutorial. Like I said, as I was playing around, like I said, the tutorial for that will be linked below, and again, that can be made in all the sizes, and you can do that freehand or on template. Same with these. So like I said, if you want to play around and experiment with your tails, experiment with your tail shapes, put like 1 layer instead of 2, or even put 3 layers of tails and just do the last one a little bit longer, or even 3 slightly shorter tails. Mix it up and play around. That's the best thing about ribbon bow making. We're not confined to like templates. You can be as creative as you actually want to be. So thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this. I'll put all the measurements in the description below, as I said before, with all the different size options and any like suppliers information, things like that. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and if you need any more help with anything at all, feel free to come and join me on my Facebook group and page. I'm usually about to answer any questions. Thanks for watching. Bye.